Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Okay, this week, man, is kind of kicking my ass. There's no excuses, though. Hey, the word of the Lord needs to go out. Because the scriptures talk about the word of the Lord would not go out void. Had some personal situations that I had to handle, some business situations, but anywho, get over to the topic, because you actually had Vocab Malone on his show he was talking about some of the points that the Israelites like to make, like the scriptures mention Yahweh Shai, having skin as burnt brass that burnt in the oven. Okay, mentioning Moses, that he was able to, and the Lord also was able to dwell amongst the Egyptians, just like Moses. Okay, and then Moses, of course, we know he dwelt amongst the Egyptians. His sister, when the Lord struck her with leprosy, her skin turned white, so it had to be dark in the first place. And this guy's talking about the Israelites using that as a lead to converting other people and getting other people to come back to their nationality as Israelites. Hey, well, you know what? It's true. You got us. That actually is true. That's actually the truth. Because it's that's actually what the scriptures say. When you open up the scriptures, that's what the scriptures say. That's all facts. Remember that it's facts. It's right. And all history, if you're even a historian or have any knowledge of history, first off, the Israelites came out of Egypt. Okay, a land where, once again, it's a simple fact, but it's still a fact. Those people there were dark skinned for thousands of years. Those people were dark skinned until the Lord destroyed them, and a lot of them fled out of that. Because even when the Lord destroyed Egypt and brought plagues of destruction upon Egypt, he never destroyed them completely. How do we know that? Because we see Egyptians now. You got all these different tall, dark Hamites. This guy who's an Israelite, they term him Taco Fall. He could be an Egyptian. Of course, we got Manute Bol, his son. And Manute Bol's son, I believe he's getting drafted in the NBA as well. He can't even play. He's just 7 foot something. He can't teach height. Hey, you gotta think about it. If Israel is right there, just outside of Africa, you telling me nobody walked from Africa, from those different cities? Because Northern Africa, that was always a large trading port hub. Carthage and the Barbary Coast and Egypt and Zoan, all those places off the Nile Delta. All of those places were trading ports. Just like now, you go to the East Coast. You go to New York, Philly, Boston. Even New Jersey. They got the cranes and stuff right by the river, and then they can lift those freights off of the different barges, just like that. Those different places, off the Mediterranean, those are trading ports. Because that's why everybody wanted to secure the Mediterranean Ocean. They want to control that trade that was going in and going out. All over the sea. That's why the U.S. fought against that. The United States early in the 1700s, when the U.S. was first forming up, or it might have been the early 1800s. Excuse me if I get the date wrong. They actually went into the Mediterranean and fought against Israelite pirates, the Barbary pirates. And that's why in the Marine Corps hymn they say, well, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Tripoli, that goes to the Barbary coast of northern Africa. They were fighting against the pirates, the Israelite pirates. They were Moors, but Moors are Israelites. So it's the thing about vocab and the rest of these so-called Christians and all these Christian historians who they have their crisp terms and exegesis and hermeneutics and all of this. They try to come with these smooth ass words. They want to skip over history. They want to skip through history. The scriptures say that the Israelites will be taken in the ships again into Egypt. Those people who are in the land of Israel now, and this once again Hebrew Israelite 101, they never went into Egypt again in ships. Okay, and you can't even say if it even happened, which I'm not even gonna say it because YouTube, but if it even happened, the so-called people in Israel, the Edomites, the Amalekites in Israel, they never went into ships again. They never did that. Got some weirdos out here, but they never went into Israel again. So there has to be. Hey, when these guys rewrote history and whitewashed history during the Renaissance, and one of the things that they went into also, which I got to do a video on this, it was the Bible. Okay, the images of the Bible. You see, they converted, I forget which god it was, into King David. So King David is like a little pubescent boy, and the statues and when they show all of these images, of course we know they were shown as white men. When they were in the region, even off of these theologians, every map that you see on Google, and I wish I had it in front of me, it shows that the Hamites went into Africa. Everybody knows that. All the sons of Ham went into Africa. Okay, when Israelites went into the Holy Land, who was there? Africans, more Canaanites that they had to fight against. And then at a certain point, they began to start to marry into Canaan during the time of kings, during the time of judges. And then that's, when the Lord got pissed off with Israel and he sent Deborah, he set up a woman over us, a woman, the prophetess, that's the only case of that ever happening. But just a quick one. These guys want to skip through history. The people there were always dark skinned. It just is. That just what it is. They were always dark skinned. Always, even when Israel was there, they were dark skinned. That's why you come over to this other side of the earth, you have people already over here in the so-called New World, the part of the earth that's not known. They call Allah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. I have to end this one. Lord willing, is that a fine for you? Shalom.